Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Here I will present my assignment about the effectiveness of picture toward students' writing skill of descriptive text. This PPT based on paper in the same title. Introduction. The objective of this study is about to see the effectiveness of picture towards students' writing skill of descriptive text. The study is research about how picture can improve students' writing skill of descriptive text. That's all. Writing is a productive skill which is emphasis in language learning at school. Writing is considered as a part of communication. The urgency of learning writing at school has been admitted by many teachers and students. However, the problem comes up when students are not able to produce proper expression. It is supported by Kipper in Hermanto's journal that the problem encountered by the students in learning writing are that some students use ineffective writing strategies. Second, theoretical framework. Here, students skill to writing descriptive text in experimental class or experimental group using picture during writing class to improve the skill of writing descriptive text. In the end, we will know the improvement student skill in writing descriptive text. Second class, there is control class or control group, which is using traditional method during writing class. Yes, like as usual when study in the class without giving picture during writing class. In the end of the research, want to know what the difference between study using picture or study without picture in student writing skill of descriptive text. The method of this research uses quantitative method, which is a method to examine certain theories by studying relation of variables. It also involves data collecting process, data analysis, data interpretation, and findings organization. This research was conducted by a quasi-experimental design. Quasi-experimental design is an experimental design that does not meet all the requirements necessary for controlling the instance of extraneous variables. We see the picture. There is group A as experimental group and group B as control group. The simulation, all class, both experimental and control group, give pretest before the program. Then experimental group given treatment that study using picture, and after the program all class given post test to know how different. Here we know the step by step. The class was divided into control group, experimental group. Then all students are in similar grade and doing pretest before the program. Then experimental group given picture when the learning writing process, while control group using traditional process. After the program running for several weeks, then the post test is given to find out the result. So both class given post test to find out the result. The pretest and post test score in each group were seen to determine whether there was an increase in student skill in descriptive text after being trained using picture or not. Here the data presentation and analysis. Through the data beside, we can see that the use of picture affects students' skill to write descriptive text. It can be seen from the score increase of the experimental group after being given exercise using picture, both from the total score and the average score of the experimental group. We see in experimental group pretest, the main score of experimental group are 51, and the post test of experimental group, the main post test of experimental group are 79.14, while the control group pretest score is only 56.14. Here we can see the main score, pretest score between experimental group and control group is better control group. But the post test after experimental group given trained by picture, the post test score better experimental group. So we know that this is that giving picture in study writing skill of descriptive text, it can be increase the skill of the student. From the result of statistical calculation before, it can be concluded that the picture is effective towards students' writing skill of descriptive text for grade 10 at SMK Negeri 13 Jakarta, the school that used for the research. It is supposed by the analysis of the student score in pretest, post-test, and gain score by t-test formula. The result of calculation t-observation is bigger than t-table in significant degree of 0.05. Therefore, null hypothesis or hypothesis 0 is rejected and alternative hypothesis or hypothesis 1 is accepted. It means picture is effective toward students' writing skill of descriptive text for grade 10 at that school. Thus, the result of this research can be useful for the English teachers who teach English writing in the class, so that teachers are able to apply the method in improving students' writing skill. It may promote students' positive attitude about writing, so that they like to write and students are able to deeply elaborate the exploit the change and improve their communicative competence. It can also motivate students to try writing in class as confident as possible without feeling burdened or bored, so students can improve their writing skill. This all that I can present today. Thank you for your attention. And last, this PPT based on paper from the effectiveness of picture towards translating skill of descriptive text by Fitriani Robayani Sohiro. You can find the paper from the link that I put in descriptive box. That's all for me. Thank you and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.